Alright, quick video. We are working on the Acura, and I believe the engine is 3.5. But real quick, if you having problem as your Acura 02, I believe it started from 01 all the way to 03, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, if your Acura is acting up, when I say acting up, because they have a history of acting up with so many problems. But anyway, the first thing you do, and that's what I'm doing right now. All the sensors, I already clean them, all of them one by one. Take them out. Just remember how everything go back in. Alright, clean it real good. So my eyes already clean. Take them out. All the sensors in there. Once you're done with that, just put that on the side. The next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna look right here. See those two connections? These are six bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take that off. 4 bolts off. 6 bolts off. Remove the cover slowly. Of course, the first thing you're gonna have to do, undo these, connections. Alright? Remove the whole thing, gonna come out slowly, because there's gonna be little parts in there. Make sure you don't lose them. So just take pictures before you do anything, in case you mistaken, can't remember how things go. Go back to your phone and look at the picture. Once you're done with that, put everything back together. Now come over here. You don't really have to do this, because this sensor right there, you can take this out and clean it. Okay? Undo the connection. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, this is your solenoid valves. Okay? Both two. I could be wrong. But anyway, the main point is, you're trying to clean any sensors that you can find. Right? And I believe this is not a sensor, but it doesn't hurt to take it out and clean it. And you have another one. Once you're done with that, put it back there where you found it. You have another one right here, just similar to that one. Trying to make sure. Move some wires on the side. It's right here. My finger is on it. It's the same thing as the one I just showed you. Take that one out and clean it. I just did that. Then you have another one right here. This one is similar to this one I just showed you. The only difference with this one at the bottom, this one has only 4 bolts. And the other difference is, this one has 2 solenoid valves. This one only has 1. So let me give you a better picture. Now here's a better picture underneath, right in front of the vehicle. This is what I'm talking about. Undo the connection. It got this one has only 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there on top, behind the connection. Take them off. Once you take those 4 bolts off, undo your connection, and you're gonna pull that out slowly. There's gonna be a little gasket. Make sure, like the gasket come with the filter. If the gasket is damaged, replace it. If the filter is damaged, because the gasket actually come with the filter, so therefore, if you're gonna, of course, if the gasket is damaged, go ahead, buy you a brand new one. The brand new one should, I'm not gonna say definitely, but it should come with a new gasket, little filter. It's just a little filter right in the center of the gasket. Make sure, if you don't have to change the gasket, clean the filter that's right there in the center of the gasket. And there's a little filter, a little tube right there. Move that tube, okay? It has a little filter. cleaned it out real good. Another thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go right underneath here. Okay, these two sensors gonna be underneath your starter. This is your starter right there. My hand is right there. Okay, let me see if I can have a better view. Trying to have a better view. Just be patient. So here we go. Now, this is one sensor. I removed it. In fact, I'm cleaning it. This is the first hole for the first sensor. The second sensor, it's right here, and I'm still trying to take it out. That's the second sensor. It's loose, but I have to move the starter because the starter itself is blocking it. See? And let me show you the sensor that I'm talking about. I just removed. So now you got 1, 2. And this is a sensor that I'm talking about. So whatever sensor you can find, majority of them gonna look just like this. Clean them. This is what I use to basically do the job. Another way, there is 2 more sensors that I'm gonna show you that you're gonna have to make sure you get this sensor. I don't know if you can see them. Make sure you can see them. There you go. Now you can see them right there. Alright. There's a front one and there's one in the back. I took both solenoid valve sensors out, or whatever name they call them. But anyway, whatever sensor you can find, take them out and clean them. I just cleaned both too. So you got 2 here, and you got 2 here, plus you have 1 here that I showed you, and plus you have 1 down here, and plus you have a single one here, okay, and plus you have 2 that I just showed you. So once you go ahead and take your time and clean all these sensors that I just showed you, okay, after that you go ahead, of course, you make sure you clean the next thing that I'm gonna do after I'm done down here. Anyway, this is your starter. You're gonna have to remove that starter. Remember what I said, to get the last sensor, because it's right there underneath of the starter. The starter is basically blocking it. So you don't have to remove the starter all the way, but loose the starter just loosen it up a little bit so you can have a little room. And once you're done, just put everything back the way it's supposed to be. So once I'm done with the bottom, then I'm gonna come in here, clean that real good. And what you're gonna do is take that part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts, maybe 9 over here, about 10. Yep, it is 10. So remove that part, clean it real good. Do the same thing at the top, clean it real good. Do the same thing over here, clean it real good. You know what I'm saying? Clean your head of your engine real good, and then you can use carburetor cleaner. You know what I'm saying? That's what I use. I'm not gonna advise you to use brake cleaner. And your spark plugs. If you never change your spark plugs, go ahead and change them. Take them out and change them. The next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the valve cover off. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, both of them, and to see if I have if anything going there, because I have a rattling noise, so I want to make sure that nothing is loose from the inside. So once you do all that, okay, do both. If you can remove that, the front, remove the back. Once you if you can take care of all these that I just mentioned, if your car, after you're done, if your car doesn't sound different, when I say different in a positive way, run better, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you after that. So if your car doesn't run, I'm not saying perfect, but run better. If it was acting up real badly, And after you follow all my instruction, check everything that I just mentioned, do everything that I just said. If your car doesn't sound better, I really don't know. Once again, I really don't know how to help you.